What's going on, Siffin? Thank you. I'm just getting started, but I appreciate it. Do, 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 do.
Come on, Allison. How was work for you? How you doing? Yeah, Kemba needs to stay where he at. He keeps jumping into the frame. It's rather annoying because he keeps getting in the way. Ugh. Of course, you're vouching for him. I feel like I should be playing some music, but I got copyrighted last time I did that. This is really just practice for a commission I got coming up. So I'm trying to get some type of familiar. I can't even say the word, but I'm trying to get familiar with the characters themselves before I even start on it. Do, 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 do. Are you just yeah? Are you just sitting there with with your phone on while you're working? And yeah, I'm trying to get a feel of the characters. I plan on coloring a picture for Emma. So really, right now, you could just look at this to just practice, honestly. Like we always talk about, it looks much better in person. Mm-mm-mm. You're also welcome. Now, how the hell do I do anime skin color? I might have to look it up on Google and see what color pencils I need to mix. Oh my God. Color. Oh well, I don't have anything to do right now. You know what? Let me just layer everything. Mm-mm-mm. Allison, how's work so far? I'm actually getting bored just sitting here. I mean, I'm watching the TV show, but I'm still getting kind of bored just sitting here. Hit me up on Telegram. All right, let me stop trying to be a perfectionist because honestly, this doesn't necessarily need to be perfect. Obviously, a million things going on per usual. Yeah, I get that, especially from yesterday. I heard all the conversations you had. I was even able to hear the other person that you were talking to, honestly. But it all still felt like a dream, even though I slept for like 2 hours. But hey, work is work, right? A job is a job. Kimba, you don't have a job. The only job you have is poop, eat, and complain. I still gotta go outside. Yeah. I thought you went outside already. Stop. You're messing everything up. Stop, stop. And you get, oh my goodness. Kimba's job is being a menace. Yeah, you're right. I got headphones in, so I can't even tell if he was like purring or not. But I'm glad that you can hear it. It means that at least to me, that means the audio is pretty good. Because I usually don't try to listen to these after I record them. I hate the way I sound. Do you notice that I got people jumping in and out? Sometimes it'll jump up to like, I guess 15, and then it will go down to like 9, 6, 4, and now it's at 3. That's the nature of the game. I really don't care though. It's really just for fun. Okay, what am I doing next? Yeah, I always freak out when I jump into a live with 0 people. Yeah, because you singled out that one person who is automatically paying attention. Oh yeah, I got one person in there, and they see your name. Well, I mean, unless you comment, I don't necessarily see anybody who's. I don't see the names of the people who's watching, but I see the amount of people that's watching at the top, and then the amount of likes to the right. But yeah, I mean, shoot, it's the nature of. I guess it's the nature of how these things go. When I did the first live stream, I had like, I mean, it's freeing too, so it's like more of a trend since season 2 just dropped. But when I first did it, I had like 30 people jump in as soon as as soon as I started, and even before I got to drawing. And I was like, damn. And then as soon, and then it, and then it plummeted to like what, 10 people that lasted for like 5 seconds, and then it plummeted to like 2 people, one person, then bumped back up to 10. So it's like, at least for me, I'm like, I don't really care other than the fact I'm just drawing and just having fun with it. Whoever wants to join and watch, join and watch. Because I'll do the same thing whenever I'm like at work or at home and I don't have anything to do, or if I'm just out and about, I'll jump in, look, jump out. I mean, it's the nature of the game. For me, as long as I'm doing that's all that matter. Instead of just talking about it. Let me see. What am I doing now? So right now I'm just coloring everything in, and then I'm gonna go back and outline everything to make it pop a little bit more. Let me see. Let me see. I still need to see what colors I need to use for the skin complexion. Did you figure out the skin color thing? No, I actually just thought about it. I think it needs to be like peach and pink maybe, but I'm looking at a reference online, and it's way different than drawn traditionally, especially on tan paper. But to answer your question, to answer the question that you asked me, I think yesterday, like, why do I like tan? Is because when I use colored pencils, which is rare, very rare. But the reason I use colored pencils is because the colors pop more when I do color. Even with cheap colored pencils like the ones I have now, I usually use Prisma colored pencils, which are like better quality and brighter colors, even if it's like a mute color. And they're easy to sharpen without breaking. Hey, go get a job. Uh, Give me 30 seconds. I have to go pee. Oh, I gotta go pee. I was just wondering that about the tone tan. Thanks for explaining. I mean, yeah, that's really the main reason. I feel like even when I'm using pencil, everything just pops out more compared to white, and it doesn't smudge as much since it's like a tougher sheet of paper compared to like the regular white page sketchbooks. Like, how can I say? I can like erase, and it's not a lot of smudging. I could basically just abuse a sheet of paper with like erasing, sketching, and it doesn't really have any give. It's pretty robust, honestly. Let me see what colors I need to use for the skin tone. Let me see. For anime skin tones, use a base of light peach, beige, or pale, with highlights of white or pale pink. All right, so light peach and pale pink for the highlights, and shadows use diluted purples. Sounds like I need to study color theory. It might have to be. I'm probably gonna butcher it, but it's okay. Uh, I mean, I'm not liking it, but I don't have any lighter colors than the ones that I have. Maybe this one, but this is like light brown. And maybe I'm just colorblind. This is actually orange, and the color I needed was right next to that one. Let me see. Oh, peach. Okay, let's try this one. But I need to use it as a base, and I need to layer it from the. Nah, she's looking pretty orange-ish, but it's okay. This is what practice is all about. Honestly, I try to be a perfectionist with these things, but I get too caught up in my head. Oh, how does it look? Oh my God, this looks nothing like that. What is this? This is coral? No, 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 no. That's a little misleading. Let me try this one. The skin tone still looks good. I mean, I definitely appreciate it. It's just not the texture that I'm trying to go for. I mean, I still need to experiment with skin tones in general. I usually don't add any shading or nothing to my drawings. You already know this. It's just a lot of like line work. Jesus Christ. I remember I was watching this tattoo artist stream, and he specializes in like realistic portraiture. And I was in his live stream on Instagram, and I asked him, I was like, how do you blend all your colors so smoothly? And he responded and said, just take your time, and it will look realistic as time go on. But the thing about realism is that it just takes so long. So I guess it's a problem of like, at least for me in my case, of just patience. Natty rocks. How cool. That looks amazing. Thank you. I mean, I'm trying it. I'm trying. It's just practice, though. Let me try. Let me see what this looks like. I probably should get a Q-tip to blend all of this together instead of just throwing random colors in to see what looks right. Essentially making a mess. Ooh, actually. Actually, let me try something new. Let me see what happened to the TV show I was watching. right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna lay a layer. I'm just gonna lay a layer of the hair, and then I'm gonna do the eyes. I'm gonna try to make them pop more, color them in more actually. And then I'm gonna move on to another drawing on the same page of one of the Sailor Moon characters. Yeah, these color pencils suck. I need to get me my old reliables. Prismacolor. Yuck. All right, on to the next one. Oh, this actually looks much better. I don't need that much light, do I? Nah, I don't think I need that much light. It's actually too much light. Let me see. It's too dark. It's too tone. It's too blue. I don't know. I don't know. That actually might work. No, I'll just leave it at that. All right, let me find another reference real quick. I don't want to draw the same character. Jesus Christ, why do all these characters have short skirts? This definitely isn't a show that I'll watch. Lovely colors. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes down to it. So when I start coloring or drawing in general, I get a little bit in my head and judgmental, forgetting that I should just be playing around and just drawing for the sake of fun, right? Yo, why are all these? The line of action. What is that? A popcorn emoji? Okay. So I got the gesture down. I got the basic proportions. The head is a little bit too big, but when it comes to drawing kids, you really supposed to make the head bigger anyway, in comparison to their bodies. So the head is always going to be bigger. The body's going to always be smaller. I drew the cat in there because, you know, I have a cat, so like, why not? Okay. Kids' heads really are huge compared to their bodies. Yeah, that's the key point. That is the key point for sure. Like I had it, I still think I got a big head. But even I mean, all kids got big old heads compared to their bodies. So that's the thing to remember when it comes to drawing kids in general. Mm, I kind of don't know what I want to do next, so I'm just wing it. And I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to just skip to drawing the clothes because I'm not really liking. I mean, I don't like. Wait, what? What don't you like? I don't like that the reference picture that I'm looking at. I mean, this is just the anime thing in general. You know, Japanese thing in general. You already know what I'm about to say, but like a lot of these characters look like kids, and they have like adult features. So it's like really hard for me to like. I'm not sure if I actually want to draw those adult features into something like this. I mean, I don't have to, right? But I'm copying from a reference for the sake of practice. But it's like they shouldn't look like kids, honestly. Like just make them adults. I understand. Yeah, it's just like it's just not a. It's just we live in America. It's not a part of our culture. So it's like yeah, this is a little weird. Like you compare like Japanese comics compared to like American comics, and the biggest difference is like how the characters look as far as age go. Like Americans draw, or in general, the rule of thumb, Americans draw like adult characters with adult proportions, and Japanese culture they really draw kids with adult proportions. It's like it makes me a little bit uncomfortable watching the shows in general, and even drawing it. Like, I'm like, ugh, this is clearly a child. But that's the thing. But that's the thing, about drawing. Like, I don't have to draw those things in there. It's just something I noticed. Like when I'm looking at a reference, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't right. Okay, I'm kind of like I'm trying to focus on drawing faster, and I keep getting stuck in the details. So I need to like focus on drawing faster, honestly, because the faster I draw, the more drawings I'm able to get done. And like from now on, or at least for this page, I'm just gonna draw in pencil. By the way, thanks for the pencils, Allison. Really appreciate them. Oh. Right now, Kemba is fighting with my feet. He's trying to interfere, per usual, right? Was that a heart I just seen? I don't know. I'm still getting used to this live stream stuff. Okay, smiley face. Oh yeah, okay, I know who that is. I feel like an old man. I'm only 29 doing this. Oh my god. Let me STFU. It's not bad. I don't know. It's just when I see those things, I don't know who's doing what, right? Who is Natty Rocks? Like that person, like the profile picture looks very familiar, but I don't know who that is. Just chalk it up to a random person, right? No, but you don't have to be quiet. Like keep doing what you're doing. I think it's funny because on my end, I don't know who's doing what. The only thing I can see is the amount of likes I have and the amount of viewers I have. And right now is one. And I can also see how long I've been streaming for, right? But like the emojis and the reactions, they come up as floating, disappearing emojis. But I don't know who they're coming from. So it's like, or I wouldn't, I mean, I don't know who they're coming from in general. So it's just funny to me because I'm like learning as I'm going along and doing this. Nadia is my coworker, LOL. It's funny because a part of me already knew that. They all love Sailor Moon. Look at my girlfriend doing a goddamn marketing campaign. Oh my god. And it's just and for me it's just funny to imagine that you're sitting there on your end doing your work as you do, and you got the phone up right next to you just listening to me. And I'm not yapping as much as I normally do. You know, I'm just sleepy, but it's just funny to imagine that you're over there just with the phone propped up, or probably sitting on this backside and you're doing your work, typing, messaging, probably on the phone. I'm just sitting there like, and I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, it's all Alex. 1434. She is my #1 fan. No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought Natalie was I can't remember who she's married to in your family. Not your coworker, but the name in general. But I think it's funny that they all love Sailor Moon though. Like I've never actually watched it. All the 90s kids love it. This is a 90s anime show? I gotta look that up because I actually don't know and I'm curious now. Sailor Moon. Um Anime debut. Yeah, so it has to be The Sailor Moon anime series debuted in Japan on March 7th, 1992. Oh, okay. This is a old anime. Airing on TV, that doesn't matter. Produced by Toei Animation, the original series ran until 1997, the year that I was born, by the way, becoming a global phenomenon and a gateway anime for many fans worldwide. The video explains the entire story of Sailor Moon. Wow. I like, I like anime that start, the characters off as kids, and then it has like time skips to where you can like actually grow up with the kids. Like it started off as kids, right? Like let's just say 7, 8 years old, and then you're like in high school, and then you're like almost post high school. Let's just say 1920. You know, that's pretty much how I grew up watching Naruto or any other anime with that kind of storytelling. So that actually makes sense, especially if it's like people in their 30s who like Sailor Moon, right? Natalie, for example, right? And this was made 25, well, this was 2 years ago. So at this point, this was 27 years ago when Sailor Moon premiered. That's actually crazy. It's not crazy, it's actually surprising. And it makes me like kind of want to watch it. Wow. And the original title wasn't even Sailor Moon, it was Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. And the English dub debuted in 1995. Wow. Maybe I should, maybe I should watch it and give it a chance. I think so. Like women in their mid 30s watched it when they were kids. Yeah, it was premiered in 1992, and they started off as kids. And like the pictures that I'm going off of, like that I'm using as reference, they were like, or they're like teenagers or a little bit older. I actually don't know honestly, right? They look like kids, but they look like teenagers to some degree. But they could be teenagers, but they look like kids. But considering it's made in 1992 and it's like a time skip period, it makes sense from a Japanese anime point of view. Is Digimon anime? Yeah, it's a different style of anime. It's like anime essentially means like Japanese cartoon, right? And like here in America, we call cartoons just based off like it's not it's 2D animation, right? But I grew up watching Digimon. I like dinosaurs. Let me see. Is Digimon? Let's just answer the question directly because I actually don't want to say anything without any credence, right? Is Digimon in anime or cartoon? I think it's a cartoon though, based on American standards. Oh, okay, cool. So it's primarily anime, originating as a Japanese media franchise that includes numerous anime series produced by Toei Animation alongside games, toys, and manga. While the anime is the most famous part, especially in the West, where it was dubbed for channels like Fox Kids, its roots are in the virtual pet toys, making it a multimedia franchise. But its core identity and most recognized form is okay. So yeah, it's an anime. I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. I did not know that. But it makes sense though, given the style. I mean, kind of contradicting myself a little bit, right? But I was a kid watching Digimon, right? And looking at the style now, it actually makes sense. It looks like Japanese style anime, honestly, or Japanese origin, I should say. So I would say like cartoons are like it's a stylistic difference. Like cartoons for Americans are like, and the examples I want to use are like um, the Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, um, Camp Lazlo, Chowder. Um, what else? The things you would find on Adult Swim. You know, Like you can say it's a very distinct stylistic difference between all of those things. But I actually didn't know Digimon was like Japanese, had a Japanese origin. But looking at it now, since I haven't watched it in a long time, honestly, it looks it's definitely Japanese anime for sure. You like Digimon? I feel like we talked about this before. I know we have. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, Digimon was. I think Digimon was a good, good show, yo. Like I watched Power Rangers. I mean, who? I mean, let's be honest. Who didn't watch Power? Who? You didn't even need cable to watch Power Rangers or Digimon, right? You wake up one morning, you're eating cereal before school. Like you're either watching Digimon, Power Rangers, Barney, or any other show. Like I can't even remember the name of that show with the cats, the Siamese cats, or any other show outside of that. But no, Digimon was a great show. Digimon was a great show. I love me some dinosaurs. No Cable Squad. I mean, I definitely feel that. I feel that. Like we only had cable in rooms like the living room, and honestly, that was it. I think the living room, parents' room, yeah, and that was it. But in the kitchen, like where we're eating breakfast, cereal, pancakes, things like that before school, we definitely didn't have cable. So we're watching shows like I think Barney, Arthur, It's a Wonderful Time of Day, Dora the Explorer, Diego. It's a few other shows that I'm thinking about. I just can't remember. I can't remember the name of them. It's so long ago. No Cable Squad. This might be too high. Let me. Oh no! I can work it out. So if you didn't have cable, what did you have? Did you have Direct TV, satellite, another station I can't think of the name of, but I remember. Dude, the free stuff. All right, sounds like you don't know either. Because I don't know what the free stuff was either. I just remember watching those particular shows, and it wasn't always on cable. Do with the free stuff. That's funny. Like PBS Kids. Yeah, exactly. PBS Kids, that weird Canadian channel. I'm lost on that one. Fox. Yeah, Fox has some good ones for sure. PBS Kids was a big one for me. They had every like kids TV show, I think. Oh, like another show was like Zaboomafoo, if I'm pronouncing that right. That was my show. I like that show. Let me see. What shows did PBS Kids premiere? What kid shows specifically, right? Did PBS Kids premiere? Yeah, so they. Oh, okay, cool. So Sesame. I mean, how can I forget Sesame Street? Sesame Street, Arthur. They had the Wombats. Work It Out Wombats. I mean, see, like aside from Sesame Street and Arthur, I don't really remember none of those other shows that they're stating. Those are just one of those things where I have to watch it and be like, oh yeah, I remember. It was another show. It had like Siamese cats. They weren't naked, but there was like it was a cat show. It was a kid cat show. Let me see. The kid cat show. Let me see. It was called Sagwa. It definitely was called Sagwa. I love that show. Yes. Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. That was the name of the show. I love that show. Love that show. I can't really remember any pivotal moments about the show other than like the character and the story itself, even if I can't like really remember or express the story. It only aired for like one. It aired from like 2001 to 2002, but we obviously remember it after those years because they were still premiering it. Obviously not on cable though. Same, I had a cat stuffed animal and put earrings in her ear to be like Sakura. I don't know. I don't remember Saga, the actual main character, having earrings, but I know the side characters, like maybe her mom, had earrings. Like any other character that wasn't her, they had earrings. But that's definitely a trait I remember for sure. That was a great show. Sagua, you're my best friend. I probably didn't even say that right. And I don't even remember that. What about what was the name of that show? Between the Lions? Between the Lions. It was like a Muppet show. It was like Muppets for kids. Between the Lions. Come. Oh my God, that song was so hard. Come and read between the lions. Oh my God. Are you coloring this one? Are you coloring this one too? No, no. I'm actually mentally tired. Honestly, I need some sleep after this. At this point, I'm glad I just got these two things in. Right now, I'm just trying to complete the cat, the face, and just use the pencil for the rest of like the dark areas from the reference that I'm using. But these areas are gonna stay like this until the next time I decide to go live. Well, at least I'm not gonna color it right now. Right now, I just want to get the facial expressions in and everything else. But I'm still gonna come back to this page the next time that I decide to live stream. Right now, this is just mainly practice, just trying to get a feel of the characters and things like that. But I'm tired. But to be honest, though, this whole live streaming thing and having even if it's just you like mainly like commenting and talk to me is pretty engaging and fun because it's keeping me from being distracted from what I'm actually doing and like every like I should say 10 seconds or so I'm looking back at the comments like and responding to them. So that's keeping my brain engaged compared to me just like drawing alone. So and then seeing people like dropping in and out, whether whether the drawing is like finished or not, like necessarily doesn't matter, like right. But it's just fun to do this in general because it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm drawing alone, whether I have like one viewer, 10 viewers, like any way of drawing, like in terms of drawing, like gives me purpose on like what I'm doing instead of just doing it just to be, I like drawing. It's fun. Cause I know, like I do the same thing, right? Like I'll look at other people's drawings, whether it's a live stream, they have 10, like the like for me, the viewership really doesn't necessarily matter. It's just like it comes down to like-minded individuals, yeah, but like people with like similar interests, really, and it gives me like talking points as I'm talking. So it's like that's pretty engaging and keeps me like entertained. Hell yeah, yeah. That's how I feel. Like feel like I'm literally just chatting and just talking and yapping and drawing at the same time, like I normally would with anybody in real life. Observer effect. You've been saying that ever since I brought that up to your attention. Some spiritual folk would call it like a stream of consciousness, and I would just simply be like, yeah, it's called a conversation. Or at least for me, I would like to build like a community of people who drop in every once in a while, comment, watch a little bit, and we chat, talk about art or whatever people feel they want to talk about. But like for me, it's just fun. Shit, it's fun. It's a productive thing to do. Because it's true for like everything. Yeah. Whether it's like, your hobby of skating, people bike riding, people just live streaming and doing reaction videos from their computer, like we're all doing it for a sense of like what? I should say community and connection. Like, don't nobody want to be doing these things by themselves. And we got these tools and opportunities to do these things and connect with other people. So why not utilize them? Even if you feel like you're not, like, we don't, like, there are people who aren't great public speakers, right? But they still choose to do it because it makes them feel good and they're connecting with other people. Like, I feel like I'm not even supposed to be live streaming, right? And I feel awkward as hell even doing it. Because I'm sitting here in my head egotistically like, well, shit, my heart. I ain't a professional artist, but, I can draw well. And, people still drop in and out, still had their little comments and things like that. But it's the interaction that makes it even fun in the first place. Like it was a stream that I deleted because it had got copyrighted, and I'm not trying to have no strikes towards my channel, and I got 50 something fucking subscribers, and I'm not trying to have no strikes towards my channel this fucking early for some music that's not even made by an artist. And it's like, I got people like the minute I started that stream, I had a person commenting some ignorant shit, and I'm sitting like, and they trying to get me to respond, and like it's like a bait. Like the comment they made was like bait, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I can't even remember what they said, but it was like a fake Bible God scripture. Like they said some shit, then put God at the end. I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. And I'm calling that out, and they were like responding saying I'm like ignorant and this, that, and the other. And I'm just sitting here like, this is funny. Because you chose to come on an art stream of a person drawing and talk shit or, speak the word. I'm just like, well, you came on the wrong stream for this, brother. I'm drawing. And then call me ignorant because the shit didn't actually make sense at all. Because I know it wasn't a Bible scripture or nothing like that. He just, you say, it just didn't make sense to me. Like you're on the wrong stream for that. But like, why come to a stream where somebody's just simply drawing, right? And then say something and try to compare it to religion. It's like, dude, you're on the wrong. Put something. You're on the wrong stream for that. Why didn't you go to a Christian religious stream for that? It's beyond me. But I'm not educated enough in religion to give you a valid opinion other than my personal opinion of like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. That shit don't make sense to me. And that shit don't make sense at all. Go to a Christian stream where people are versed and well educated in that subject matter to where they can give you like a very educated opinion. But you're in the wrong stream for that. Or, yeah, you're watching the wrong person for that, really. Because it's true for like everything. Yeah, it is true. It is true for everything. You know, people perform and practice better than they do in front of like large amounts of group of people. You know, some people perform better in the practice room than the stage itself. But you know, you practice these things for a reason. To be able to perform and do well. You just gotta ignore the people that's talking. Talking in a sense of like belittling, distraction, hating, obviously. I mean, hating, you know, everybody hates in real life, right? Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to work tonight. Otherwise, I would have been asleep. Getting a little sloppy. Oh, this one is turning out so good. I love the cat. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, yeah, it is pretty good, honestly. I had to look at it from the video point of view instead of like how I'm actually looking at it, but it is turning out pretty good. I'm just at this point, I'm just really just yapping and talking to whatever I see. Because the whole point of me even starting this live stream in general was to like obviously live stream, right? And then, you know, practice the characters that I intend on doing the commission out of. And you know, it's the character designs are pretty basic in nature. You know, the outfits are, so it's not gonna be extremely difficult, right? To create like my own, how can I say, rendition of the characters. you know, excuse me. So all of this is just to get a general idea of the characters, and like they're pretty. They're This was made in 1992. They're pretty simple to do in comparison to like the animes I like to watch today. Let me see. Like, and the outfits are easy enough to where I can like find different outfits on Pinterest and like add my own interest or what Emma may like or what you as her auntie may like. So it's pretty fun. I just know when I do that, I just know when I actually start the commission, there's not gonna be any goddamn it, short skirts. I know that for a fact. Fuck that. What if she watches this? Shh. I mean, it's a good question, but I mean, sure, if she watches this, like, if she watches this, she understand where I'm coming from. Or if she don't understand, she should at least take my word for it as an adult. Like, yeah, I'm not drawing short skirts on a little girl. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, actually. I got three little sisters, and I wouldn't draw them in no outfits like this, or I wouldn't draw them any characters like this. That's why I say these streams aren't made for kids. What if she watches this? Shh. No, I'm an adult. She should take my word for it. She's gonna like whatever I draw for her anyway. It's a surprise. LOL. What do you mean it's a surprise? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a surprise. LOL. I mean, like, does she? I can't really tell if she like subscribes to me on YouTube or not. So, oh shit. I mean, shit. Yeah. I mean, I had a plan to draw into something else. Like, I just know this is one of her interests, so this is just practice of one of her interests. I might draw this. I might draw something else she might like. Oh, this is funny. I mean, I feel like I can draw her any picture. Well, not any picture. You know what I'm saying? Like any PG-13 kid friendly picture, I can draw her and she's gonna accept it wholeheartedly just because it's me drawing it for her, right? Like she copied my friend. Like she copied my not copy, but she did a rendition of like the Furman pictures in her own way, which was amazing, by the way, right? And I loved that because she even broke it down to the mood of the actual character, and I didn't expect her to do anything like that. Hush, hush. I need to play some music so this can get copyrighted. I feel like I've been spending way too much time on this drawing. Ah, pink is too long. It's okay. I can shorten it and erase. Ugh. The hand makes me want to throw up a little bit. Screw it. Okay. I'm tired. I've been tired actually. Any last questions you want to ask me before I get off? I mean, obviously I'm gonna text you after this, right? But any last questions you want to ask me before I get off? Hey, you don't necessarily have to. I'm just asking. Same time next week. Yeah. Same time next week. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you later anyway. But yeah, as far as like live streaming, talking and commenting, going watching, I guess. Yeah, same time next week. I'm trying to do this every morning when I get off work, at least from like I get home at like 8:15, 8:30. So I want to try to get on at least every day from like 8:30 to at least 9, 10, 10:30, at least 2 hours, because I got you already know I got other shit going on. But yeah, same time next week. Um, yeah, I'm tired. This is pretty much it. I've been streaming for 160 minutes, almost a little bit over 2 hours and 40 minutes, if my math is correct. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and thanks for supporting the stream, especially you, Allison. I